Alright, so this is going to be a little different than the videos that I usually tend to make on my channel. Usually my videos are more focused towards Let's Play style content, specifically horror, but one thing that I also like to do a lot that I don't really get to talk about on my channel is that I like collecting video games. I'm a real sucker for physical media. You don't really get to see it in any of my videos, but I do have a game room dedicated to having physical games from pretty much N64, PS1, PS2, GameCube. Like I have a whole variety of systems that I like to collect for. Fun fact, my favorite console of all time is actually the GameCube, so I don't really get to show that a lot in my videos, but I wanted to go over a little bit about the games that I've picked up during June 2021. So I actually have a little pile here that I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. A pretty somewhat decent sized pile, and I also have some digital games that I'll probably show on the screen because I can't really show here physically, but I wanted to. Yeah, one of the games just fell, by the way. But I want to go over kind of like the games that I bought this month and also games that I have played to kind of let you guys like know a little bit more about me and the kind of gamer that I am. But alright, let's go ahead and start off with one of these games. So this game right here is actually one of my favorite survival horror games of all time. If you actually check out my channel, it's actually the first ever Let's Play that I've ever done, and that is Amnesia: The Dark Descent. So this is the PC physical version of it. It's a little hard to show because of like the lighting, but yeah, I love Amnesia: The Dark Descent a lot. I remember having so many memories of 2012 me playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent on my PC, being batshit scared, and it's just such an enjoyable game. I honestly really adored this game to bits, and I never actually owned it physically. So I thought one day, why not go on eBay, see if I could luck out, see if I can get like a good price on a physical copy of Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and I don't regret it. I actually found it for fairly cheap. I mean, granted, I feel like most people would buy this digitally anyways. I feel like the physical version is a little unneeded, but I just love having it. I like having it on my shelf to be able to look at and kind of remember like moments of the game that I really enjoyed. Unfortunately, they don't have physical versions of Machine for Pigs or Rebirth. I actually have not played Rebirth, but I have played The Dark Descent, Justine, and The Machine for Pigs on my channel. So if any of you are interested in that, it is definitely available for you guys to watch. Although I will go ahead and give a little bit of a disclaimer that it is some of my earlier videos. Again, it's my first Let's Play that I've ever done on my channel, so it is very rookie-ish. I was definitely a big nervous wreck recording because I was not used to talking to the camera, and still sometimes even today I'm a little I can get like a little nervous talking to the camera, but I feel like I've definitely improved since then. But yeah, Amnesia: The Dark Descent, definitely enjoy having this game. I think that was the first week of June that I picked it up, and together with it I actually went ahead and got the Penumbra collection. So for those of you who don't know, Penumbra is actually from the creators of Amnesia. This was their first series that they made. At least I think that this was their first series that they've ever made, was the Penumbra series, and it actually spans 3 games. So this is kind of like a trilogy collection, and it has basically kind of see a little bit over here. Overture. This is the first game in the series, I think. Yeah, this was the first game. This is the second, Black Plague, and Requiem is the third. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I only played this series pretty recently. In terms of like the games that the developer has come out with, I've really only played Amnesia, but I ended up getting my PC very recently, and that's actually what got me to start doing a YouTube channel, because I finally got a good PC. And with the PC, I decided why not play one of the games that I wanted to play for such a long time, and that was actually the Penumbra series. I've always wanted to play the series, so Overture, overall, I've played through all 3 of them, by the way. Overture, I think, was a very solid game and a really good first game. Black Plague, I think, is my favorite of the 3. I think it was such an enjoyable experience. There's so many things that happen in that game that screw with your mind, and I really appreciate that sort of thing with horror games. I like the psychological aspect of it. And Requiem is more of like a puzzle type of game. I didn't like it as much as the other 2. There really isn't any death, any monsters in the game. It's pretty much just puzzles and platforming, which, don't get me wrong, I do like puzzles in horror games, but the mechanics, the platforming mechanics of the game aren't really that great. So having a whole game which was pretty much just that didn't really feel that necessary. It was also the shortest of the three, so in my opinion, I think Requiem is the weakest. Black Plague is the best, Overture is the second best, although a very close second best. I think Overture was a really great game. But yeah, Penumbra Collection, really glad to have this in my collection. After that, I also picked up this game right here, Sea of Solitude. This was actually from limited run games. I sometimes frequent limited run games here and there. I buy some of their products from time to time. When it comes to limited run games, their shipping, it takes a while. That's the thing that kind of like throws me off with them, is that I pretty much pre-ordered this game all the way back in April. This was an April purchase for me. This was an impulse buy. I honestly know nothing about this game other than it was nominated in 2019's Game Awards for Games for Impact. I don't think it won though, but from what I saw, the gameplay that they showed in the stadium, it looked really interesting and something that I actually might enjoy. So besides that, I really know nothing else about the game, so I don't know. If any of you are interested in seeing me let's play this on the channel, I definitely would be down. I just don't know if there would be like really any interest in it, but something that I'd definitely be interested in trying out, maybe showing you guys some gameplay for it. I don't even know how long this game is, to be honest. Alright, so next up on the list I have Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. This is another one that I have never played a Ratchet & Clank game ever in my life. I don't really know much about the series in general, other than they're a PlayStation platforming mascot, very similar to Jak and Daxter, which I've also never played. But I don't know. I think I mostly bought this because don't you guys ever get like that feeling when you buy a system, you kind of have to get like every game that comes out in the first year or so? I kind of had that feeling with this game, so I went ahead and just got it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm really going to be playing it anytime soon. Generally, when it comes to like video game series, I like to play like the first game in the series and follow it up, second game, third game, so on and so forth. So I feel like with Ratchet & Clank, I feel like I would be more interested in playing the first game before I even get to this game. Though I feel like that's just like, at this point, there's like so many Ratchet & Clank games, so I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get to that. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I might just pop it in someday and just try it out. I hear that this game is actually really good, so but yeah, right now it's currently in its shrink wrap, as you can clearly see. I haven't even opened it, although the disc is a little loose in there, so I'm not a big fan of that. But yeah, for the most part, I did pick up Ratchet & Clank. Don't know when I'm gonna get to it though, but something I have for the collection. Okay, so next up on the list is a Nintendo game. So I picked up Mario Golf Super Rush, if the lighting will let me show it to you guys. So Mario Golf Super Rush, I'm gonna be quite honest with you, it is still in the shrink wrap, by the way. I have not opened it, but I am very interested to play this. I have memories of playing the original Mario Golf on the Nintendo 64 when I was a little kid, and I actually really liked the game, even though I never really got too far, unlocked many characters. I think I got up to the part where you go up against Mario. Like, Mario doesn't even start as a starting character in that game. He was like one of the characters you had to unlock, which is very weird. But I never could get past him as a kid. I always had issues trying to beat his score, and he always beat me. So I never actually got that far in the original Mario Golf. But I'm very interested to try this one out. Oh yeah, I also played Toadstool Tour for the GameCube, though I never got too far with that game either. That one I ended up selling. So, but yeah, Super Rush. For sure, excited that this game came out. I'm glad, because I'm not really into sports, but I do like the Mario sports games. I always make an exception when it comes to those. So definitely down to try that out. Haven't played it yet. I know that there's like a story mode to it, so that'll be pretty fun to go through, I guess. Although I don't think I'd play that on the channel though. And last but not least is actually a game that I am very interested to try out on the channel. If you guys are into the idea, then please let me know, because I want to know if you guys want me to try out Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. Another series that I have never touched. Although I have played the Dead or Alive series, which has Ryu Hayabusa in them, I actually never played a single Ninja Gaiden game. And this has basically Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which is a remake of Ninja Gaiden 1, I believe, because Ninja Gaiden 1 was originally on the Xbox, and then they came out with Ninja Gaiden Black, and then there's Ninja Gaiden Sigma. And then there's also Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, which is a remake or a remaster, I'm not really sure, of Ninja Gaiden 2, and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge, which is a remake or remaster of Ninja Gaiden 3. So, always been interested to try out the Ninja Gaiden games. I don't know much else about them besides the fact that they are insanely difficult from what I hear. But I mean, that doesn't deter me. I honestly am very interested in trying out this series because from what I've seen gameplay wise, that this game looks very fun in terms of combat. Just like the maneuverability that Ryu Hayabusa has whenever he's fighting enemies looks really cool. I know there's like different weapons you could play with, and I think these versions of the games actually allow you to play as different characters. So something I'm very, very interested in and highly considering let's playing on my channel. Don't know though if it's that interesting to see though. That's the one thing. So guys, if you are interested in seeing me play this game, please do let me know, because I am highly considering doing that. And last but not least, a few games that I also picked up this month, but it was digital, so I don't have any physical versions of them. Or actually two games that I let's played on my channel. Well, let's played, more so I just played their indie horror games. And one of them is From the Darkness. If you guys remember, I'll go ahead and leave a little card, by the way, on the top of this video if you guys are interested in watching me play those. Super scary game. That game honestly scared the crap out of me. I actually played that late at night at a Friday night, and I had to wake up early the next day, and literally the whole morning the next day I was just thinking about that game and the scares that it provided. I think it was a really phenomenal game, especially for an indie horror game, which honestly really happy to say that, because I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of indie horror games that don't really provide the scares as much, but From the Darkness is definitely a unique treasure of a game. I really enjoyed it a lot. It's about an hour-long experience, so I want to be able to play more games similar to that. If you guys know any other ones, do go ahead and leave offers. I actually want to go ahead and say, please do leave offers for, or not offers, but suggestions for indie horror games. Generally, like let's play style content, for the most part, like, yeah, let's play style content, I have like a list of games that I do want to let's play, but when it comes to indie horror games, which is something else that I do on this channel, I generally kind of just like choose out of random, or I choose kind of like games that are maybe like a little bit more trending nowadays. But I do want to know if there's any indie horror games that you guys have played that I probably haven't, and I'll definitely be interested in trying them out. So if you guys know any, please leave it in the comments. I'll definitely be happy to read those. And yeah, besides those are pretty much the games that I've got for June. There are actually two more games that I did buy this month, but they have not arrived yet, so I'll probably go ahead and cover it in next month's monthly game pickups. So yeah, one of them is from Play Asia, similar to Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. I didn't mention that, by the way. I got that from PlayAsia.com. I actually have gotten a lot of games from PlayAsia lately. I think they're a really phenomenal service for like imported Japanese products. But PlayAsia, I went ahead and got, well, I think I'll mention in the next month's monthly game pickups. But yeah, one of them was with PlayAsia. Another one was with GameStop. It was actually, the GameStop one was the one that I ordered back in May, but it got postponed indefinitely. I actually had to call GameStop to try and see what was up with the package, but yeah, essentially I went ahead and got a replacement, so I'm still waiting on that. But yeah, those two games I'll probably go ahead and mention in my next video for July. So that will go ahead and do it for this month's monthly game pickups. This was kind of a new thing for me. This is actually like the first time that I spoke for over 10 minutes in front of a camera, so yeah, I think I did a pretty good job explaining the games that I have picked up, and I'm honestly, some of these games I'm very interested to try out. So yeah, if you guys enjoy the video, please go ahead and leave a like and subscribe. I post basically let's plays, I play some indie horror games. I'm also playing a lot of Dead by Daylight. If that's something you guys are interested in, then please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll be back with the next video on my channel. Right now I'm currently gonna be doing a Resident Evil marathon. So I just finished playing Resident Evil 8 on my channel, and I'm gonna go ahead and play the entirety of the mainline series, so starting from 0 all the way back up to 8. Some of them I'm gonna go ahead and speed run to try and go for S rank on hard difficulty. If that's something that you guys are interested in, then please support me, leave a like, subscribe, and I would really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later.